Listen, y'all, I only allow happy people in my space, so this reading is only for people that are currently smiling, so you know what to do. There we go. Let's go, girls. Ah! That was not planned. Hello, Scorpio. How are you doing? My name is SimplyVelca, and I'm going to be doing your weekly love reading. I also do your weekly general reading for your zodiac sign, which I'll put a link to over here for you to check out if you would like. But in this reading, we're going to be jumping into the energy between you and your person, see what's going on between y'all for this week, what the energy is looking like. If you do enjoy this reading, I would love for you to give me a like and subscribe, but rely on your intuition when it comes to my readings as well, though, right? Put it in perspective. I'm just a man reading some tarot cards to you. You know your situation better than I ever possibly could, Scorpio, so take the cards that resonate and leave what doesn't, right? I'm not going to take it personally. So let's just jump into this reading right now for y'all. On your side of things, we have the Nine of Fire. Okay, so on your side of things, you are feeling... Scorpio, on your side of things, it's almost like one of those, this is like an energy of someone that feels like they want to, what's the word that I'm thinking of? Be extra themselves, just to remind themselves of who they are and just to remind other people like who they are as well. Does that make sense? So if it's like, if you're normally like fierce and confident, Scorpio, and just like very mysterious, maybe with this person for a while you've been showing like your softer side or your more vulnerable side because you've been trying to figure out where you stand with them and just, you know, whatever. And then I don't know, maybe it feels like something happened recently for you, Scorpio, to cause you to want to be more singular, I feel. But we'll get into you in a little bit, right? On their side of things, they have the Unity card. So they do have connection in mind, right? They do want to connect with you, but the clarifiers could change that energy up entirely, right, Scorpio? Because we still need to figure out what's going on with this connection that makes you, for some Scorpios, it just feels like there's like a level of independence that you want to just assert with yourself, or just like a level where it's just like you want to just be yourself extra. And it could be because there's like a mistake done, right? Because the energy between y'all two is the Five of Air, and this Five of Air talks about an unwise choice being made and reviewing everyone's motives. So maybe for you, Scorpio, you're just not sure about this person right now. You're not sure about if this person is someone that you're meant to be with, or if you're just meant to be, like, I just heard some of you guys are just like meant to be single for the rest of your lives, right? But I feel like this is almost like a test for you, Scorpio, dare I say. I feel like you're going to constantly be dealing with certain people that share the same attributes. And you're going to be sharing like the same type of situations and scenarios in your love life, no matter who it is, because there is something that you do have to learn from in this connection, or do you have to experience on some level. Now, this doesn't, what I mean by this is like, obviously if there's like a red flag with somebody in terms of being like abusive and all that, right, then that's like, obviously don't be with them. But you know, when it comes to like this Five of Air energy, this is the energy of what's going on between y'all two. This talks about an unwise choice, and the unwise choice could just very well mean like, Scorpio, like, you know how we're guilty, like everyone's guilty of it, we're all human, and anyone that tries to deny it is just a liar. Where we all on some level, we can convince ourselves very easily of just not liking any individual, no matter how much you liked them before, right? We can convince them that they're not stable, and we can just ruin like something that it could potentially be extremely stable in our lives just because we are so used to a certain pattern or whatever, right? But enough of me speaking out of pocket, right? Let me just get into these clarifiers. So on your side of things, with your Nine of Fire clarifier, where you're kind of just like asserting your independence a little bit, asserting like who you are as a person, we have the Six of Wands, of course, right? This is just you, again, like you're just ready. For some people, this is like the spotlight where it's just like, if you're not going to appreciate me, then I'm going to show you how there's like a bunch of other people that will, sort of thing. Other people, you're just ready to just be seen, and you're ready to be appreciated, right? You're tired of not being noticed. with the Six of Pentacles, you're just ready for an equal give and take. So for some of you Scorpios this week, you feel like this connection with this person, you're just tired of like the not equal give and take, and that's why you're ready to be like, okay, if you're not going to give me what I want when I'm trying to like give you all my love, then I'll find someone that will, right? It's very much so that energy. And then for your last two clarifiers, you have the Knight of Swords and then the Eight of Swords. Girl. And then the Eight of Swords for you. So this is like definitely, this is why I'm saying this is like a cycle for you, because it's like with this Eight of Swords, I feel like this connection is triggering something in you, and that's why there's like a level of where it's just like you're ready for independence, because it's like, well, I'm not saying that there's not an unequal give and take, right, Scorpio? I'm not trying to gaslight you on any level, but it just seems almost as if like this is such an energy of someone that gets triggered and is running away from something, Scorpio. I'm gonna be honest here. I'm gonna be blunt, right? You don't come to these readings to just hear sunshine and rainbows. You here to like figure out like how to work through things. But it just seems as almost like this person, like you're being presented a lesson through a person, and it's just like you're constantly avoiding this lesson because there's just something that's triggered in you that's unpleasant, and you just don't want to deal with it on some level, but you just associate it with just like you consider it a red flag, but I feel like you kind of know that it's not entirely a red flag. It's just humans being humans at the end of the day. But you know, when we want to convince ourselves that we don't like somebody, we'll just not like somebody, and everything that they do that's even the slight most human will annoy us, right? Even the way that some people breathe, at some point we can make ourselves not like them. And I feel like that's that kind of energy where you're just like, you'll just get triggered and you'll just find a reason to run away from this connection, right? Obviously that's for some Scorpios, right? And not all of you guys going on, but let's just jump into the energy on their side. They have the Unity card, so they do have connection in mind for you, Scorpio, or at least for somebody. The clarifiers that I pulled for them is the Three of Pentacles. So again, dare I say, there might be like a third party. Maybe some of you guys are, when I say third party, there's just like something else that's taking precedence in their life. So this could just be like the third party energy being like work or something, right? But with these two cards, like this is kind of looking like maybe like that unwise choice that we're talking about in that Five of Air is like they're investing in certain things that just don't involve you right now. Two of Wands, it could be about themselves. They could just be in their own head on things, Scorpio, right? Let's give them the benefit of the doubt. Let's not just paint them to be like this awful person, right? But Three of Wands as well. Okay, I am gonna be honest here. Like, with all these cards coming in, like all of the like girl, all these cards besides the Two of Wands, like these three cards right here is like letting me know that there is some type of third party energy. I wouldn't be surprised if there's another person, but do not use these cards as like your evidence for someone trying to cheat, right? Let's go back to that energy where it's just like we can convince ourselves of not liking somebody if you don't want to, and we need to move on from them. Don't be using that me as your reason to enable you, right? I'm just going to tell you what I see, right? It's up to you to decipher. I present to you the puzzle pieces and how I would put them together. But again, with this Two of Wands energy, you do want to not discredit, like this could just be about themselves. This could be just extremely about where it's just like, even though there's no air cards or sword cards coming in on their side, they could just be extremely in their head, but overall the energy is where it's just like they do want to collaborate, they do want to include people, but maybe they are hermiting. Like if you find that they're like in hermiting a little bit, or maybe they are becoming more introverted, maybe that's because it's like they're feeling in some type of way not, I hear, insignificant comparatively, right? Seven of Pentacles with this Queen of Cups coming in. This is a person that probably is so used to being by themselves and being self-sufficient, Scorpio, I feel. So this is one of those things where it's just like you have to keep in mind with them of, again, giving them the benefit of the doubt. They don't know, they have their own unique way of coping with things. They have their own unique way of figuring things out, and you have to put it in perspective. If someone's so used to being by themselves, Scorpio, that's going to be like their comfort zone, right? That's going to be how they take their moment to breathe. So maybe don't take silence from them as like a negative, but you know your situation better. At the very least, on their side of things, I'm not seeing anything too negative, right? I'm not in perceived negative, right? I'm not, like, it just seems like they're so they're just being human. All right, I feel like that's all what I'm seeing in their cards, but let's look at the energy between y'all two. We have the Judgment card, so, and the Justice card. Judgment and Justice. Girl, this is, I feel like, a week of where it's gonna either like some of you Scorpios, you're making like an official decision this week. This is what I'm feeling like this. And so hopefully you get this reading in before you make your decision on things, and hopefully it gives you broader perspective. Again, I'm not trying to convince you one way or another when it comes to your connection. Obviously you know it better than I do. But when you have like this Ace of Pentacles coming in as well, you know, this is like that's that blank check from the universe. It's that energy where it's just like you get what you get what you put into this situation, sort of thing. The energy you put out in this situation is the energy that you take in from this situation, right? So keep that in mind, right? Don't feel like you have to make this decision. Don't feel like this is like your only decision, right? For some of you guys, you may feel most empowered with that, right? And if you truly do feel that way, then more power to you, because I do see in this setup that could be why you want to be single, because obviously, right, this is a general reading, Scorpio, put it in perspective. So I don't know what this unwise choice is. Keep in mind, I'm just a naturally optimistic kind of person, so it's like I'm going to see things and give everyone the benefit of the doubt, because that's just my nature of things. So if this person, you truly do want to detach from this person, it just feels right to you, and it's not you just like wanting to just dislike the person, if you're honest with yourself, then more power to you. I feel like that's the best thing for you, because it's like in your setup, I feel like you're not being like disempowered from it, right? What's going on with you is not self-sabotaging, right? But I just still feel as if like there's at some point there's some type of lesson that's going to be inevitable for you to learn, Scorpio, whether it's with this person or whether it's with another person, right? It may not be what's related to this Five of Air, and it may just be something completely separate, right? But you know, look at the patterns in your past relationships, if you have past relationships, Scorpio, even with like friendships and stuff as well. It doesn't have to be romantic, and see if there's like a common theme of something that you find that's like annoying, or something that like, you know, just like put things in perspective. But hopefully this reading was helpful, Scorpio. If it was, be sure to, again, to give me a like and subscribe if you did enjoy this reading. But I love you so much. Bye.